Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy, and tonight I decided to get out my Mungyo Pastels. I heard that it was pastel month, and I did not know that. I didn't know there was a whole month dedicated to pastels. It is noted for next year though, because I love pastels. This is the box set I got, I think in 2019, of Mungyo Pastels. I think it's the set of 82? Maybe? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40. Well, maybe it's 50 or 60, a set of 60. At any rate, there are other pencils and stuff in here. There's some extras that are in here that I usually pull out and set up here that came in art boxes. I have these neon crayons. I have these weird pull apart Sharpie pencils that I don't know how to use. These are cool though. These are Uni Posca pastels. I didn't know Posca made pastels. The little pastel sticks that came in art box. And then I have a set of 4 I don't know what this came out of. Probably a pencil. A set of 5. I lied. Of course, the minute I start filming, someone messages me. Gotta be my daughter. Sennelier pastels over here. I bought a little sampler set, I want to say 2 years ago, for like $15 just to try them out. They are super soft, like butter, or lipstick is probably more accurate. I have used these to do pastels in paintings in the past. I just wanted to show you my box. I broke down a couple of years ago because I really wanted an inexpensive but nice set of pastels to use for practice. And Mungyo is a really decent brand for that purpose. I also have out my set of Faber-Castell 12. This little set came in one of my art boxes as well, and I used it to paint, I'll show you at the end of the video. I'll go grab it. It's out in the living room. I used it to paint, just these colors, to paint a bird, a portrait, which funnily enough, we're going to do again tonight. I was going to go ahead and sketch him out on here, but I figured I'd show you guys the process all the way through from, you know, scratch. I have this Colin Bradley Art Ingress pad. It is landscape. I mean, you can use it either way, but they mean for it to be used landscape. 30 sheets. I don't know where I got this. Possibly an art box. I honestly don't remember. I've had it for quite some time. I never use it because it's 30 sheets. I love the toned paper, but can you see that there's a weird texture on the paper. It's like gridded. You'll see it when I start working. There's a definite grid mark on the page that I don't like, because in chalk pastel it shows right through. But I figured it might be good for oil pastels, because I tend to work pretty thick with them. And I went ahead and slapped on some washi tape to give us a little border, because that's A, nice, and B, gives me a little spot to hang on to the page if I need to, where I don't have to touch the piece while I'm working. So, to start, I'm going to grab my pencil. I'm going to show you guys the reference photo. It is on Pixabay, and it is, I keep forgetting this isn't touch screen. Where's my mouse? Thank you. Joaquin, I'm butchering that. It's probably Joaquin, or is the photographer, and this is his bird. It is, he says it's a Steller's sea eagle, and I just love the position of the head and the attitude and the pretty colors, and I thought we could have fun with the background. My screen is really dirty, sorry about that. I haven't cleaned it in a while, but yeah, that's the reference photo we're going to use. I'll link it down below so you guys can paint along with if you choose to. But for right now, let's focus on something, shall we? Thank you. Going to get in here and I'm going to zoom in a bit. There we go. And I will try to remember to set my, actually I'll get a paper towel. I'll get a tissue. A little white tissue to set my colors on that I'm using. There we go. That's where our colors will be that we're using for the bird. I'm going to go ahead and I already have something on the page. So frustrating. Probably pastel. It'll be fine. We want him to be coming in like this, and he's coming up like up, kind of far in. He's got a bit of attitude, and I want his head to be here, and then that large beak I'd like to be right here. Yeah. Right there. I love drawing birds. One of my favorite things to paint and draw is birds, bugs. I love to draw bees, butterflies, spiders. I've done some beetles. Let's see. There. It's a little bit. Let's see. I don't want to get his beak too small because then it won't have the impact that I want. Let's see. Let's see. I don't usually do this part on camera. I usually do the prepping part, the working it out part before I start filming. Mostly because I tend to talk super soft and slow, which when I'm editing throws me off. Okay, get this. I'm trying to be a little loose and flowy, because I mean, honestly, we can correct with the pastels if need be, but it's good to start with a basic sketch to have things laid out and a little bit of a plan. I'm going to pick that up with my kneaded eraser. You do not need to do that. You can just leave your pencil marks. Your oil pastels, depending on how small or how soft they are, may pick up the graphite. So if you're worried about that or you don't like that, use a chalk or any kind of water-soluble chalk would be better, like a pastel pencil. It'll disappear. Color erase pencil. Those don't pick up and they don't bleed, but they're fully erasable. They're really nice. I think it's Col Erase, COL-erase. They're good pencils to sketch with. Let's get his little. He's got some stray feathers up here. And then his nostril situation is here, comes around like that, and it's dark in there, like that. And you do not have to do, I've seen people do pretty in-depth pencil drawings when they're starting out their pastel piece, and I've seen people do just like a loose basic sketch and go from there. The last, I don't think I did a sketch. No, I did, because I have the tracing available if anyone wants it, of the, I think it's a parakeet that I drew last time. Okay, he's got this long, this is yellow, this is got some white in here, and then there's this which comes out like that. It's kind of like a funky brown line, right? I love his attitude. Love it. Na, 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 na. Yeah. And then his eye. His very, very descriptive eye. We've got this part here. Coming around. Like that. Try not to get it too small, otherwise it won't look right. It'll just look weird. There. And then there. Yep. And then his actual eyeball is within this socket, which is going to be super interesting to capture. Okay. But I dig it. And then his pupil is here, right about there, which we can tweak as we go. And then there's like a yellow ridge that kind of disappears up into there, into that fur area. Alright. I can fix that out later. Okay. And then we have little bits going down this way. And then here. There's quite a bit of yellow on him. Like, he's mostly super yellow. Do I have this? I have this too low, I think. Here. I do. There. There's a little raggedy bump situation. It's pretty raggedy up there. Just got a little shadow there. This piece there. Okay. Good. And then here's a shadow. And then here is where things get textured. All of this section right here is very textured. All of this. Yeah. Down in like that. That's good. And then we have his lips, his beak area, his ellipses. And it is better to get some of this mapped before you get drawing, because it makes the painting process a little easier, honestly. Good. And then we have feathers up there, and then this comes down and around. And yeah, I like that line better. There's a dip right here. In that line, there we go. There you are. Are we seeing them now? Oh yeah, we sure are. And I will take probably quite a few liberties as I paint as well. These feathers come around this way. And then little ones in here. And then they're a hot mess in here. And he's got this here into there. Yeah, there he is. I knew he was in there somewhere. Then this starts to come down right about there. and there. And then this right there, like that. Is it too long? Maybe a skosh. Maybe a skosh. He's got a very cool beak on him, I tell you what. There. There's no bump. It's just round. It's just a nice, smooth roundness right there. Then underneath, a little there. And then there's a little shadow here. Goes back like that. Down. Fluid. This is mostly shadowy, like a play on rounded surfaces down here. There is no really there. Shadowy right there. All the way back to about here. And then it goes up a little bit. And then it goes back. And then here. And it comes around like that. Good. Good, yes. And then underneath here is a little shock of white, and there's where the feathers come in. And about nostril level, you can see a glow of his neck right there, and that shoulder. And there he is. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna stop because I'll just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Alright. First things first, he's very dark. So I'm gonna put a light background on. Super cool light background. Let's go super light. Maybe here's where you can see that grid popping through. And the texture of the paper. Can you see that? I'm going to zoom way in on it. There. You see those lines right there? Very definite lines. And then there's a texture that goes the other direction. So my thought pattern is to fill that tooth. We're going to make that go away, right? Let's try to make that go away. She says in her weird, calm voice that quite frankly scares everyone. That's my thinking voice. That's what I sound like when I start thinking about what I'm doing and get lost in my own thoughts and my own brain. Maybe we'll go ahead and I'm sorry if there's camera shake. I will try really hard not to. I am working on getting a drawing board so I can move my, like I said in my last video, my table, my sturdier table over here. Put in some blue. And then maybe I want to go with a little bit darker blue too. Why not? Here and there. Maybe some here. I love how these Mungyo pastels are pretty soft. They're what I would categorize as kind of a medium softness. They're not super, they just go down so nice. And you can layer kind of a lot. Maybe get this corner in a little bit. Okay, there's that blue. And what else do we want to throw in that background color? Maybe a little bit of like a dark green, maybe, or purple. I honestly don't know what to do. I don't know. Let's throw in some purple. Why not? Because he's going to be all like gold, browns and golds and yellows. So maybe we'll just throw in a little purple for fun into that background. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to run on some instinct here. I'm going to grab a white and not yellow. Not yellow. Maybe some pink. Why not? Kind of soften out that purple a little bit. And I know what I'm doing makes no sense, but that's okay. It doesn't have to. It's a background. God knows what's going on behind this bird. The good Lord knows. Let's see. I haven't ripped off all my paper yet. I will eventually. Just trying not to right away, you know? Pink. Put some pink there. And there. And then I'm going to grab that. What do I want right here? That light blue, I think. The light blue. Right there. Yeah. And that's my watercolor cups tinkling around. They want to be part of the show. They made noise in the last video too. They're very offended that I'm not playing with them. Uh-oh. Made a mess already on my... I put down a sheet of paper on the desk because my desk is pretty destroyed. It's not all bad. I just feel like a bit of calm space around the area is always nice, right? And then I think I'm going to put some white in here as well. On the blues. Do you like that? God, it looks crazy right now, right? Looks crazy. Sorry. It'll look soft and pretty in a hot minute. I'm gonna put some white down here as well. Let's see if smoothing. Now, if you don't like, I actually have some silicone tools I can grab right quick. If you don't like using your fingers to blend, you can use, oh, there. I was like, where did they go? I have a cup. Pardon my getting up and moving around the studio. I have a cup of tools that I have for, well, there's paint, there's all kinds of stuff in here. But these tools right here, these little silicone tools, you can use these for blending if you want to. They're pretty soft, and we'll try a couple of them. They're for clay. That's what mine are for. They came in Jazz's box, and then I put my palette knives and a bunch of like other tools for that kind of purpose there. You can also use your tortillas, blending stumps. How do I not have any tortillas over here? I don't know how this happened. I moved things again. Here we go. Here's a little baby one. It's just pressed paper. This one's wrapped, but the other ones are pressed, and you can cut them with a knife to sharpen them. And you can use them to blend out your pastels, or if you get a particularly heavy area where you want some textures, you can put in texture lines and drag color into color. Or you can just use them for general blending and pushing the pastel around. There's these. I actually have never used these for blending. I tend to use my finger. I don't mind getting dirty, and I like the way, yeah, see, for me this is just extra work. I like the way pastels look blended with a finger or with more pastel. This is, yeah, where's that? Maybe, and all these tools, I don't have anything sharp. We'll use a palette knife, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Ooh, I just needed to start the tear so I could rip this label off the white. There we go. And maybe I just don't have enough pigment down. Whoops, busted that. And honestly, this is the way I like to work anyways for big areas, is to grab that pastel and on the side and just get in there and press down and drag it around. See, my fingernails are getting in there, dang it. Getting in there and making a mess. I haven't had long nails in quite a long time. Not used to them at all. And you can fill in that texture, that terrible texture of the paper. And yeah, it's super smooth. Honestly, I don't generally blend oil pastels. With my hand, I kind of just layer them and layer them and layer them until I get the look I want. See, there's that, and then you can take your darker color and I guess this isn't going to take a lot of... It's not going to take all the pigment I want it to. That's alright. It's alright. I guess it's alright if the background's textured a bit, right? It's not the end of the world. Is it? I don't think so. I honestly thought this paper being with it having that weird gridded texture that it would take more pigment than it is. But that's all right. That's okay. No need to panic. Down there. Yeah, it's mostly just picking it back up off the page, which is not desirable. Alright, lesson learned, right? I won't use this for heavy applications of pastel again. Oh, my fingernail got in there again. Gosh darn it. Purple streak right there. Alright, that's pretty muted, right? really think I need to get some sanded paper for these kinds of applications. Or I could use my Canson pastel paper that I have, because I actually don't know what this particular paper is meant for. If anybody knows what this particular paper is meant for, let me know in the comments below, because I am kind of super interested. You can blend this around with, what do you call it, Gamsol or alcohol as well, like any kind of oil medium that you want to use to, oh, this is kind of nice. All right. The friction is kind of moving it around on the paper if I don't press in too hard. Interesting. I dig it. I really didn't want the that brown paper underneath to show through too much. I was kind of hoping it would be well, like I said before, I was hoping it would take a lot more medium than it is, but that's okay, noted, you know. We'll work with it. We'll try to work with it. I was hoping it would obliterate that texture on the paper, and it did do that. It definitely got rid of most of that texture, which is desirable. Don't really care for the texture of this paper at all. I don't know what else I would use this paper for. I tried using it for pastel. I guess I could just use it for a regular ink drawing, right? I could use it for that. Alright, I'm going to stop fussing with the background. I could pick at that way too long. This is handy though, I dig that. Alright, moving along. Let's get in some base color on our beak. I'm going to start out with a soft yellow. The Mungyo wraps, I'm just not gonna, I know I'm not gonna do this, do have the color names on them, but I'm not concerned. I'm really not concerned about that. It's light yellow. It actually is labeled light yellow on the label as well. But there are so many different yellows in the mix that you don't really need to worry about that in this with this big set. That's the wrong one. Almost swore. Sorry. Caught myself. I'm gonna go ahead and get in here and put in a little light yellow on his beak. Trying not to touch that you can see the graphite's moving around quite a lot. We'll have to incorporate it into the piece. Along probably with the textures of this paper, because it's still there. I don't like it. But that's alright. We'll just keep going. Keep going. Persevere. And then this down. Get that beak and ooh in there. See, they're just too long. There we go. Get that beak in there. And I didn't go up far enough. You see that pocket right there? That's actually background. I'll throw some pink in it. There. Maybe a touch of purple. Like that. And then grab the white and kind of morph it into the with the rest of the background down there. I don't want that yellow bit in there though. Play nice. There, okay, that'll have to do. Let's finish blocking in our yellow beak. There's yellow here, and here, here, down here. How's he looking? Wow, that yellow's kind of neon, isn't it? That's alright. We're going to put other yellow on top of it. Yellowy oranges. That's going to look cool when we're done. I'm going to grab my paintbrush and get those chunks scooted off the edge there. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to incorporate this down here a bit as well. And right there. Okay, now I'm done. Now let's grab kind of an earthier orangey. What are you? I like this one. It's yellow orange. Oddly enough. Get in some darker bits like that. This right here is where the texture of the paper is super helpful. And around here, around this eye. Like that. I'm going to put a little bit in the eye as well, because when I put the other colors on top, it'll make it pop, you guys. It'll make it pop. Okay, there. And then here, like that. Kind of digging the pencil marks in there now. Is anybody else liking the pencil marks, or is it distracting for you? I'm kind of liking it, but that's just me. I like a good mixed media piece. Generally speaking, I'm usually working with multiple mediums all in one piece. I don't know honestly what else I would use with pastels. I've never really incorporated other mediums when I'm doing pastel. I strictly stick to, especially oil pastels. Get in that mouth line. Get that in there. Like that. There. There's that shadow right there. And then once again, let the texture of the paper do some of the work for you. There we go. How's that? It's coming along. It is coming along. Alright. What I did do though is get too much yellow up here in this blue. So what do? We make it part of the background. Pull it out. There we go. That spot right there is really bugging me. Okay, there we go. Whew. Freak me, there's a big speck of paper showing right there. It was bugging me, you guys. Okay, so let's set this guy down, and then I want to use a little bit of maybe some orange for shadowier areas there, along that line right there. Okay. There. Pull that this way. With oil pastels, as they layer, you can pull the different colors here and there and kind of force them to mix and merge on the page, or to drag them into certain areas. Let's see here, like that. Take the lighter one and get over here. Creating texture on that beak. Mostly because I can, because I really dig textures in my art pieces. I like a lot of movement as well in a piece. Okay, instead of blowing that off, I'm gonna just press it in. Okay. And right there. Like that. And a little bit right here. Okay. Okay, then I need something like this. What are you? You are ochre. Four. These are super cold. They're not very... There it goes. There it goes. I'll gentle that orange down here. Just a bit. Like that. And then here. Yeah, this paper is not handling this very well at all. It's kind of discouraging. Kind of super discouraging. I've got a little bit of This might be too dark, but I'm going to do it anyways. Nope, look at that. Perfect. Yeah, I dig that. Okay, much better. Oh, that bright orange was throwing me off. I'm just skimming it along the top of the existing layers and letting it, as much that wants to grab. Like that. Okay, got some chunks. Like that. And maybe a bit of shadows on this side, kind of soften them in. I really didn't want this piece to take a super long time. How long have I been working on it? I feel like it's been about an hour. This thing is handy. I'm kind of digging it. Depending on your pressure, it can either blend, like super gently blend, or it can gouge, or it can just soften edges. Oh, that's nice. Skim it across the top, kind of. Yeah, alright. Kind of dig that. Let's grab this brown again and do a little bit of shadowing. Under here and under here. That comes down like that. Okay. Just kind of press that in gently. Swirl that line this way. Press that in gently. Suddenly I'm talking all gently. I was like, if I talk gently, it will coax the pastel into doing what I want it to do. I don't think that's a true thing, but you know, that never hurts to try, right? Good. Okay. Where's that orange one? Just okay. Good. There. That is all shadow in there. I did not mean to get quite as much pigment down there as I did. But that's alright, that's okay. We'll make it work anyway. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to take, I don't know if this one will work. Will you work? Take this and I want to kind of, nope, that's not going to work. Maybe the Sennelier Black, because it's nice and soft. If I'm very, very gentle. Yeah, there we go. Get that. Sennelier pastels are super soft, you guys. Super soft. They will go down on top of your harder pastels very well. So just, you know, be mindful of the fact that they're very, very soft. And yeah, just be mindful. You don't want to press too hard. You might get more pigment than you intended, which can be a bummer. Got a little bit of debris on the end of that. Twirl it off on a paper towel. And then kind of gently suggest a bit of darkness right there. There. And then just a skimming. Just a skimming. There. How's that? Yeah, that's all you need. That's all we need. But just a touch right here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I really want to put it elsewhere, but I'm not quite ready yet. So we'll set that guy up there. I'm not gonna fuss with that. I feel like if I do, I'll ruin it altogether. There's a lot of textures going on right there. All right, let's move into the fur around the eye. I'm gonna do the eye last. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. All right. Let's get into this fur situation. We've got some pretty deep browns and, ooh, maybe this, what are you? Dark ochre. Ooh, that's pretty. Kind of. No, this color is not in him, but I mean, I kind of see it a little bit. But I like it, so we're gonna make it work. We're gonna flow with it. This is me going with my gut and not really fussing or worrying too much about my choices. Put that there. Oh, my tummy. Alright, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to get in some of these whites before I forget about them altogether. Alright. Whites. There. There. Just so that I work around them. I have my Sennelier white. If I need to use it, I can go over the top and really pull this out. I'm hoping I won't need to, but you never know, right? It's white in there. And then right here, we've kind of got some crazy white feathers poking out and up into that background and into his other furry areas. Okay. There and there. There is a skosh around the eyes, but not enough to worry about right now. Go ahead and get some direction lines in for our smaller feathers. Got carried away. Did you see that? It's alright. We'll just fix it. Okay. Now, bit of transition right there. There's little bits of white feather poking out on that beak right there. It's where the skin, the texture of the beak changes right here. It kind of gets more skin-like, and it has a few bits of feather coming out of it. So that's what this is all about. That's what it's all about, you guys. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and go in with some of this darker brown. And really put it over the top of that. Other brown like that. And remember, I mean, I know the paper is textured weirdly, but remember that when you're drawing fur or feathers, you want to make sure that the marks you're making on the page kind of flow with the direction of your fur and feathers. You want your mark making to reflect movement and flow. So that's what all these little dashes and divots are for. The illusion of feather, except for right here where things got super short and obliterated a bit, which is totally fine. Make smaller, like sketchy pressed in, just kind of pressing in and wiggling the pastel back and forth a little bit to create that little bit of texture. And yeah, really get in there. And down here we can make bigger marks because the feathers are longer and bigger coming in off that painted corner right there. Things get dark. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool. And what really finishes an animal drawing is that eye, but I'm not ready to put it in yet because I feel like if I put it in right now, I'm not gonna, I'll get too exacting and too detailed with what's going on over here, and that's not what I want to have happen right now. And then here, down like that, and then here comes down and around like that. Definitely want that feel there. Oh, my tummy's making noises. Nice. Alright. Take it. I mean, he's looking pretty cool so far. A little bit of a muddy mess, but he's coming along. He's coming along. Okay, and then these feathers are all this direction. There's flow. in this way. Okay, now I want to get in here with something a little more caramel. Let's see, what are you? Burnt ochre, maybe? Ooh, yeah. To kind of pull all those colors together and make him shine a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Hi guys, I know it's only been a second for you, but my sister called last night. We got talking on the phone. Before I knew it, it was bedtime. So this is evening 2, working on this guy. And I'm just going to go right back in with this right here. Hopefully I didn't close my reference photo. I have other things opened. I did. It's alright, I saved it. So, oh, no I didn't. There it is. Haha! Well, alright, so I'm just going to... Ooh, sorry. I'm just going to dive right back in. Oh, my drawing pencil's going to wobble around. Get in these upper feather marks up here. I'll get rid of that in a little bit. Let's scooch it over. There we go. Are we digging this? No. Sort of. I'm just going to pop in more of this color here and there. Try and keep my marks a little bit loose. Oh, easy around those eyes. Oh, we got some white floating around in there too. That's alright. Oh, sorry. I did a workout and trying to kick the last of that COVID out of my body. It is not wanting to go into the night. It's meekly, I tell you what. I am really trying not to cough right now, because I know it can be an irritating sound for some people. There we go. Okay. A little bit down here. Not too much though, because this is pretty dark down here. Not that we can't go back in with some darker browns, but no point in making it extra work either, right? I'm kind of liking how it's turned out so far. I really like the background now that I've waited a day and I'm looking at it again. I'm kind of digging it. Yesterday I was in question. I think the next piece I'm going to use I think it's Canson Me Tints, is how you say it. Paper I have, I think I have the grays and the earth tones pad in the big sheets. So I could cut a couple pieces down and do some practice pieces. Are you guys interested in seeing me do some like practice pieces? Not that this isn't practice, but maybe do a couple flowers in a video and maybe do a landscape just to see what I can do. These aren't as soft as I thought they were before. I thought they were a little bit softer. I mean, they're not bad, but for some reason I was thinking they were a lot softer than they are. These just say oil pastel on them. I wonder if there's... These are the Mungyo just oil pastels. I wonder if the Mungyo soft oil pastels are a little bit more pliable. And they're not that expensive. Maybe I'll pick up a set and we can test that out. Let's do a little bit of... Yeah. A little bit of that. Wow. Oh, that one grabbed me. Get in some of the dark shadows under those feathers that are peeking up a little bit. Yeah. How's that look? That's not bad. It doesn't have to look exactly like the picture, right? You get the idea. I don't really like all that paper peeking through, though. It's bugging me. Oh, maybe. Let's try this guy. Oops, this guy again. Maybe? No? Kind of. Is it working at all? I feel like it is. Oh, whoa. Man, that tickle's not gonna let go tonight. Well, we could put in here is a little bit of purple. That might help. Purple makes, or a nice blue might make a really nice, like, dark shadow color. Is that getting rid of some of the... Ooh, that sound was terrible. Woo! That was unpleasant. Did you hear that? A little squeak? This is probably saving my... I mean, it's definitely saving on the dirty aspect of doing oil pastels, but... I feel like I'm gonna break it. I mean, they're meant to use with clay, right? So they should be pretty strong, I would think. Oh, I see the texture of the paper right there. I don't care for that. Maybe go a little lighter hand. Kind of smudge it around instead of pushing it hard. Like a paintbrush, only with a slightly firmer grip. Nope. Ooh, whoa, whoa, alright, that's enough of that. Maybe we'll do a little, let's see, what are you? Ooh, Prussian, we like that. Prussian's nice. I think, is this an indigo? That's ultramarine dark. Which one do I like better? That's very bright. Oh, both kind of very bright. That's okay. It's alright, we'll go with it. kind of a gentle, so that's not picking up too much. Oh yeah. I like that. Alright. It's adding a little bit. I like it. Going lighter up here because it's not this dark, but it is a little bit. There's little bits of shadow in the direction of the feathers, and that they're also shorter through here. Like super short and thinner. Kind of turning the pastel as I make marks as well. Kind of do a couple, 1, 2, 3, spin it in my fingers and just little bits. Yeah, okay. Oof, man. I'm kind of digging that, okay. Get these ones in down here. Whoa. I will try to edit out some of the coughs because they are a little fierce tonight. Upside is the workouts are pushing all that ick out, which is great. Gross, but positive. Okay, I dig it. Alright. I'm wondering if I should put that down for a bit. I'm going to use this unique Posca. Oh wait, no I'm not. What am I thinking? What I need is a yellow with a bit of a point on it. It's a little dirty. that. Okay. That worked. Let's see. Wish I had a sharper black. I don't know. I don't know if I like these. Oh, whoa. Alright, the battery's about to die. Okay. I had to change the battery in the camera. Let's put that there. I want some, not the red. Way too many colors to pick from. What is this one? Gray pink. Alright. Is that too weird? It's a little weird. But that's alright. We'll get it in here and then we'll put our black in. We'll put a little more brown flecks in. And a little more gold in. Okay. Maybe. Kind of just pressing into the existing layers and letting it grab what it wants to. Sorry, as I twist a bit. I looked for cough drops after I changed my battery. I didn't find any. Could have swore I had a bunch of them. Must have gone through them all. Stupid COVID anyways. Okay. That's that. Maybe a little bit of this around. That has kind of a sharper edge on it. Okay. All right, and then try and get that shadow around the eye. Well, it's pretty dark. And under this lid. one is also really dark. Wipe that off. Okay, see if we can get in there. Get that done, okay. A little bit outside this ring right here. Does that look? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Now let's get the little triangle-y part right here. Good, and then some more, a little more brown in there. Okay. Dang phone. Sometimes I really just would like to launch it into space. Is that bad? It's probably bad. Oh well. I mean, I know we can't live without it, right? But there are days I'd just like to put it in a drawer and ignore it for the whole day. Good. And then like that. Almost done. I need to put in the white. I need to brush away some of these chunks. They're bugging me. I'm just scooch them off the page. Scooch, 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 scooch. Probably not the way you're supposed to do it, but that's the way we're doing it. Got a little chunk really in there, right there. I don't know how else I would get them off the page, honestly. Tap it, I guess. Push them in. Alright. The eyes muddied up a little bit. Maybe we'll go in with a little bit of the light yellow too. Let's get a sharper point on it. Is that too much? Nope. I like it. Okay. Maybe instead of white up here for the shine, we'll use this yellow so it's not quite so stark. Okay, and then round out that bottom of that pupil. There he is. There we go. Okay, dig it. Alright, I'm going to take the Sennelier white. These are super soft and very opaque. And they go over the top of your other, like these are so soft, you guys. Like lipstick melted a little bit in the sun soft. And, you know, you're trying to write on a wall with it. Leave your friend a message. Don't go in, man. Don't do it. Okay. And there are little white spots on him. All through there. Okay. Oh yeah, super bright. Couple little sparkly spots around those eyes. Good. Skimming across the top right there. See that little bit of push that I wanted it to have. Okay, maybe a little bit of color there. Almost done. Okay. Oops, I wanted it. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. There we go. All right. Good like that? Yeah. Once again, just lightly skimming that surface. Gently. Like that. Couple stray ones right there. He's looking really fierce. A couple bits of shine right here. Just dragging it across that really dry pastel. That looks awesome. Alright. Bit right there. Yeah, I dig it. Alright, maybe a couple heavy spots. Like that. A little bit right there. It's super soft. Seriously, just like a lipstick. It's crazy. Blends really nice too. Okay, I'll re-establish that little tiny bit of shadow that's right there. Just tapping the page gently, gently, gently. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Should I stop? I feel like I should stop. There are little gentle wisps of white here and there, like on the tips of feathers. I don't want to do too many, but I'm going to do a few. Blend them in a bit, maybe. How's that? Yeah. Maybe that one around like like that. Oh man, alright, I'm gonna do some highlights down here. Just gentle. And then, because they are pretty stark. Whew. Told you this white was opaque. It stands right out. Fierce. That's what it is. Alright, should we stop fussing? What do you guys think? I should have stopped a while ago, huh? Alright. I'm gonna cough again. Woo. This eye is still bugging me. Kind of a lot. Not sure why. Maybe just some of this. This is the Sennelier Black. Once again, super soft, like a lipstick. Super soft. Yeah, that was part of the problem. That was part of it. I had too much shine going on right there. Oops, 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 oops. Can I pick that up? Probably with my fingernail. I mean, I put them on, I might as well use them for something, right? Good. I wish I had something teensy that I could get in there with that was black. Maybe a liner. Maybe I shouldn't try to do exacting work with pastels. Perhaps. Okay. Man alive. This cough is just too much, man. It's too much. Okay, I'm gonna stop picking at it. I'm gonna stop picking at it. She says as she grabs one more yellow. Oh, green on there somehow. How did I do that? Alright, we're done. Let's take the tape off and find out how it looks without a border on it. Big old clump of soft yellow right there. I'm afraid to brush against that super soft Sennelier color because it'll probably smear everywhere. Okay. Find out how this paper does with tape. Ooh, nice. Nothing quite like a crisp border. Nothing quite like it. Ah! Escapees. And this paper is like regular, traditional 8.5, woo, by 11.5. Which is why I taped the borders all weird. Because this is 8 by 10, the actual piece. I'm trying to be conscious of that now. Because of framing, you know, traditional framing sizes. For most people is what I try to work in. I mean, I do like to work big. Woo! Look at those borders. Love it. Love it. Okay. What do you guys think? I think it turned out neat. I'm digging that background. Now that that bright blue's gone off the edges, makes all the difference in the world. It's nuts. Alright, let's zoom out a squish so you can see all the chaos on the desk. These are all the colors that we used. Right here. I don't think I put anything away as I was using it. I just dropped it right there. Oh, except for this weird like pink brown thing that I used on the eye. But yeah. Aside from my coughing, I hope you like the piece. And that you enjoyed. This, I don't care for this yellow spot right there. Can you tell? And how light it is right here. I wish that was a little more, maybe purple right there. So that beak pops off that page more. Like it's supposed to. Okay. I'll take our little blendy tool and push it in. Is that too much? Yep, sure is. See what happens when you fuss? I'll throw a little white over the top of it. Oh, it's a little better. Alright, I'm going to stop picking at it now. There are other pieces to paint. Okay. Yay! I don't know how I would sign something like this. Anybody got any tips on how to sign a pastel piece? I mean, maybe... There we go. Just scratch off the top layer a little bit. And it doesn't look bad either. It looks pretty nice. Looks scripted. Alright. Thank you for watching. If you stuck in through the whole thing, please give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate you being here, and I'd love to hear your comments down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!